Hey there, plant lovers and design enthusiasts. Imagine a plain wall in your home. Maybe it's in your living room or your kitchen. Now picture that same wall bursting with lush greenery and colorful blooms. That's the magic of a DIY vertical garden. It's like bringing the outdoors in, creating a stunning focal point that transforms any space. Vertical gardens, also known as living walls, are more than just a pretty face. They offer a unique way to connect with nature, especially for those of us living in urban environments. Whether you're working with a small patio or a spacious living room, a vertical garden can instantly elevate the ambiance, adding a touch of life and vibrancy. But it's not just about aesthetics. Vertical gardens come with a whole host of benefits, from purifying the air we breathe to boosting our mood and well-being. Plus, they're a fantastic way to flex your creative muscles and design a one-of-a-kind living masterpiece that reflects your style. So, if you're ready to swap bare walls for botanical beauty, join me as we delve into the wonderful world of DIY vertical gardens. We'll cover everything from choosing the right plants to assembling the structure and keeping your green haven thriving. Let's get growing. Now let's talk about why vertical gardens are gaining popularity. Sure, they look amazing, but the benefits go far beyond aesthetics. One of the biggest perks? They act like natural air purifiers. Plants are amazing at absorbing toxins and releasing fresh oxygen. Having a vertical garden means cleaner, healthier air for you and your family. This is especially beneficial in urban areas where air pollution can be a concern. But wait, there's more. Vertical gardens can also help regulate indoor temperatures. The plants act as natural insulators, keeping your space cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. This translates to energy savings and a smaller carbon footprint. And let's not forget the mental and emotional benefits. Studies have shown that being around plants can reduce stress, boost creativity, and even improve focus. A vertical garden brings a sense of tranquility and peace to your home, creating a calming oasis where you can relax and recharge. Ready to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty? Creating a DIY vertical garden is easier than you might think, but before you start planting, let's gather the essential tools and materials. Don't worry, you won't need anything too fancy. First things first, you'll need a structure to house your plants. You can choose from a variety of options, from pre-made vertical garden kits to repurposed pallets or even simple shelves. The key is to select something sturdy that can support the weight of the plants and soil. Next up, you'll need a waterproof membrane to protect your wall from moisture. A thick plastic sheet or a pond liner works perfectly. You'll also need some landscape fabric to line the structure and prevent soil from spilling out. Now let's talk soil. For vertical gardens, it's best to use a lightweight potting mix that drains well. You can find special mixes formulated for vertical gardens at your local nursery. And of course, you'll need your stars of the show, the plants. We'll talk more about selecting the right ones in the next section. Choosing the right plants is crucial for a thriving vertical garden. The key is to consider your space's light conditions, humidity levels, and your personal preferences. Don't worry, there's a perfect plant out there for every spot. For sunny locations, succulents and herbs like rosemary and thyme are excellent choices. They're low maintenance, drought tolerant, and add a touch of fragrance to your space. If your wall receives indirect sunlight, ferns, pothos, and peace lilies are great options. They thrive in shadier spots and add a touch of elegance with their cascading foliage. Don't forget about flowering plants to add pops of color. Consider begonias, impatiens, or even small petunias. These vibrant blooms will bring cheer to your vertical garden and attract pollinators like butterflies and hummingbirds. When selecting your plants, pay attention to their mature size. You want to choose varieties that won't outgrow their allotted space in the vertical garden. And remember, diversity is key. Mixing different textures, colors, and growth habits will create a visually appealing and dynamic display. Section 5, Building Your Vertical Oasis, a step-by-step guide. Now comes the fun part, assembling your vertical garden. Don't worry, I'll guide you through each step. With a little time and effort, you'll have your very own living wall in no time. First, prepare your chosen structure by lining it with the waterproof membrane. Secure it tightly to prevent any water damage to your wall. Next, staple the landscape fabric on top of the membrane, creating pockets where you'll plant. Now it's time to fill those pockets with soil. Use your hands or a small trowel to add the potting mix, making sure it's evenly distributed. Leave some space at the top for watering. Once your structure is filled with soil, it's time to introduce the plants. Gently remove them from their pots, loosen the roots, and nestle them into the pockets you created. Make sure the roots are covered with soil and the plants are secure. After all your plants are in place, give them a good watering to help them settle in. And voila! You've successfully built your very own vertical garden. Now let's talk about arranging those plants for maximum impact. Section 6. Planting with pizzazz design tips for a stunning display. Creating a visually appealing vertical garden is like arranging a living tapestry. By playing with different colors, textures, and growth habits, you can create a truly unique and eye-catching design. Think about the overall look you want to achieve. Do you prefer a symmetrical and orderly arrangement, or a more organic and free-flowing feel? There are no hard and fast rules. Let your creativity be your guide. One effective technique is to use a mix of trailing and upright plants. Cascading species like pothos, string of pearls, or spider plants will create a sense of movement and soften the edges of the structure. Upright plants like ferns, herbs, or flowering annuals will add height and visual interest. Don't be afraid to experiment with color. Combine plants with different shades of green for a calming and harmonious look. Or create pops of color with vibrant blooms and complementary hues. You can even incorporate plants with variegated foliage for added texture and dimension. Remember, your vertical garden will evolve over time as the plants grow and mature. Don't be afraid to make adjustments along the way, swapping out plants or adding new ones to keep your design fresh and exciting. Congratulations on creating your very own vertical garden. Now let's talk about how to keep those plants happy and healthy for years to come. With proper care and maintenance, your living wall will continue to thrive and bring joy to your space. Watering is crucial, especially for vertical gardens. Because the plants are elevated, the soil tends to dry out faster than in traditional gardens. The key is to water deeply but infrequently, allowing the excess water to drain away. A good rule of thumb is to check the soil moisture every few days and water when the top inch feels dry to the touch. Vertical gardens also benefit from regular fertilization. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every 2 to 4 weeks during the growing season to provide the plants with the nutrients they need to flourish. You can also supplement with organic fertilizers like compost tea or worm castings for an extra boost. Keep an eye out for any signs of pests or diseases. Because vertical gardens are in a controlled environment, they're less susceptible to these issues, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Inspect your plants regularly for any unusual spots, discoloration, or pests. If you do encounter any problems, address them promptly to prevent them from spreading. Remember that plain wall we talked about at the beginning, the one that was just begging for a makeover? Well, imagine it now, completely transformed into a vibrant, living work of art. That's the power of a DIY vertical garden. It has the ability to completely revitalize a space, both aesthetically and functionally. The before and after photos speak for themselves. Once bare and uninspired, the wall is now a focal point, drawing the eye with its lush greenery and colorful blooms. It breathes life into the room, creating a sense of tranquility and connection with nature. But it's not just about the visual impact. The vertical garden also improves the air quality, regulates temperature, and even muffles sound, creating a more pleasant and inviting atmosphere. It's a testament to the transformative power of plants and a reminder that even small changes can make a big difference. So, if you're looking for a way to add life, beauty, and a touch of magic to your home, look no further than a DIY vertical garden. It's a project that's both rewarding and impactful, and the results are sure to impress. Creating a vertical garden is about more than just adding greenery to your space. It's about cultivating a connection with nature, fostering a sense of accomplishment, and reaping the therapeutic benefits of gardening, even in the smallest of spaces. Imagine starting your day by tending to your vertical garden, feeling the cool morning air on your skin as you mist the leaves and check for new growth. It's a moment of peace and mindfulness, a chance to connect with the natural world before the hustle and bustle of the day begins. As you nurture your plants, you'll be amazed by their resilience and growth. Each new leaf, bud, and bloom is a testament to your care and attention, a reminder that you're playing a vital role in sustaining life. It's a feeling of accomplishment that extends far beyond the garden itself, boosting your mood and self-esteem. And let's not forget the joy of sharing your creation with others. Imagine hosting a gathering in a space adorned with your very own vertical garden. It's sure to spark conversations, inspire awe, and create a warm and inviting atmosphere for all to enjoy. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know to embark on your own vertical gardening adventure. From gathering your materials to selecting the perfect plants and keeping them thriving, you're well on your way to transforming your space with the beauty and benefits of a living wall. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to create a vertical garden. Let your creativity guide you. Experiment with different plants and designs, and don't be afraid to make it your own. The most important thing is to enjoy the process and reap the rewards of bringing a touch of nature into your home. Whether you're an experienced gardener or a complete novice, a DIY vertical garden is a project that anyone can tackle. So gather your supplies, unleash your inner designer, and get ready to experience the magic of transforming a simple wall into a stunning living work of art. Happy gardening!